Reactions, we've been getting them through the day. We'll begin with the amicus curiae to the case, Salve.
They need commercial breathing space. We need air to breathe. So, it's not something which is comparable. Also, if there are other ways of giving relief to air pollution, those will also be followed. The point is, somebody said, by removing cars is not going to help. Banning diesel is not going to help. Reducing cars is not going to help. Cleaning the streets is not going to help. Every source of pollution points to the other source of pollution. Our submission to the court was all of the above. And we achieved 4 or 5 positive moves ahead today, and more hopefully in January. There's a public health emergency. Bombay is bad, but Bombay has sea breeze which cleans it up. Same with Chennai. Delhi is in a horrible situation. So we address Delhi. Nothing prevents other cities from following the same pattern. Nothing prevents people from moving high courts in other states if their situation is as bad or comparable, to get similar orders from their high courts for other cities.
How confident are you going forward with respect to implementation?
Well, see, if you ask me, are you sure not a single truck will enter? I don't know. The point is, first of all, people must understand this is not a tax being imposed by the government or some arbitrary fiat of the government which should be subject to the favorite Indian pastime of dodging laws. This is being done for the people so that all of us can breathe easy. Governments are keen to implement this order. These orders are all passed in consensus. And if governments want to implement the order, believe me, they can. And today we have technological resources.
It is very clear, even BS4 vehicles emit 7 times more particulate matter and 3 times more NOx than petrol vehicles, which means every time you buy a Mercedes-Benz and you think that it is clean, it is 7 times what a petrol vehicle will emit. That is the legal standard in India. The automobile industry should stop crying foul and should actually have listened to us 15 years ago when we said that diesel should not be allowed for the private car sector.
I think these kind of changes that have been made is really a landmark situation in the history of India, and particularly right now it is Delhi and NCR, but subsequently we see it happening for any part of the country that may be required. And since it was taking time, the point is the winter months are the worst. So there's no time to wait for something else to come into being. It had to be done like ASAP. Okay. So I think it's been an extremely interesting development.
Reactions that have been pouring in through the day on this landmark verdict. 5 important measures being announced to tackle pollution. Implementation, of course, being the key. And it's not just for Delhi, so it's not the initially envisaged 9,000 square kilometers, but it spans 34,000 square kilometers.